Hello, I am Nurul Athar, PMP CPHIMS and ITIL certified, and welcome to CPHIMS exam preparation video. In this video, I will cover system design. Based on CPHIMS handbook, examination detailed content outline, CPHIMS aspirants are required to study following topics under system design. Number 1. Identify system design to accommodate business process, develop request for information and or request for proposal, ensure compatibility of software, hardware, network component and medical devices, ensure compliance with applicable industry, regulatory, organizational standard, ensure process exists to incorporate industry, technology, infrastructure and legal and regulatory environment trends. Design and information infrastructure that support current and anticipated business needs, for example, business continuity and disaster recovery. Evaluate existing and emerging technologies to support organization future growth and strategy, and employ data management practice. System Development Lifecycle SDLC. SDLC transforms a newly developed project plan into an operational one. System Development Lifecycle (SDLC) for short is a multi-step iterative process structured in methodological way. Traditionally, the system development lifecycle consisted of 5 stages. That has now increased to 7 phases. Increasing the number of steps helps system analysts to define clear action to achieve specific goals. Let's see SDLC stages and SDLC methodologies. System development lifecycle have 7 stages: planning, system analysis and requirement, system design, development, integration and testing, implementation, operation and maintenance. And methodologies, we use Agile, Lean, Waterfall, Iterative, Spiral and DevOps. In this section, we will explore system design. System design is the process of defining the architecture, component, modules, interface and data for system to satisfy a specified requirement. This phase converts system requirement specification derived from system analysis phase into technical specification documents, which describe the inputs, outputs, and transformation of data passing through the system, the technologies used to implement and maintain the system. Purpose and goal of the system design. Create accurate and technical specification, request for information, RFI, and choose between build or buy development approach. Some of the key areas of technical specification that should be addressed are: system and network architecture. Does the system have to fit in the organization existing architecture or may it vary? Security and data encryption. Does the system integrate into the organization security standards? The Health Insurance and Portability Accountability Act (HIPAA) of 1996 require a medical provider called covered entities implement data security to protect patient information from disclosure. Disaster recovery. What is the recovery time, objective, RTO, or the time it will take to recover the system in a disaster? What is the recovery point, objective, RPO, or to what point in time must the system be restored? Data conversion. What are the data conversion options if converting from one system to another with different data models? Response time. What are the expected response time and how they will be measured? System backup. What are the backup options? How long this backup will run? System monitoring. How will the system be monitored? Will it fit into the organization's existing monitoring infrastructure? Change management. How does the vendor of newly purchased system handle change? Is there a regular schedule or is it done at customer convenience? Availability. What are the availability requirements? What is the downtime associated with system upgrade? Health organizations seeking CAHIMS accreditation require that in case of system is down, summary of the patient information available to clinician during downtime. Time zone and daylight saving time support. Okay, does the system support multiple time zones, especially if the organization has facilities in different time zones? Or system outage required for spring or fall clocking changing standards? Does the system support integration standards such as HL7 International Statistical Classification of Disease and Related Health Problem, ICD-10 or DICOM? Okay, government and regulations. Does the system meet current government regulation? What is the vendor commitment for turnaround of new regulation? System integration. Will the system automatically integrate with the other healthcare systems and medical devices in the enterprise, or will it cost more to integrate it? Usability. Usability should include accessibility for the person with disabilities as well as the use of mobile devices. Data management. Does the system fit the organization's data management policies and procedure for such function as backup, recovery and archiving? System compliance. Does the system meet healthcare industry compliance, regulatory compliance and organizational compliance? Now let's see the system design purpose and goal of system design in terms of request for information. Okay, remember, system design can help to make decision whether to go for RFP or an RFI. Okay, so now we'll see the request for information. An RFI is the information gathering tools that is sent to a large initial pool of vendors. Essentially, the RFI should convey to potential vendor the detailed list of the product or services that you would like to receive further information. At this point, pricing information is not sought. However, a practice should convey the specific goal related to HIS and any what features and functionality needed to achieve these goals. An RFI, request for information, solicit background information on companies and their capabilities. It may use to help decide whether vendor offer a solution to healthcare IT need being addressed versus developing the solution in-house. Okay, now let's go to third section. Choose between build or buy development approach. Once the vendor RFI responses are received and evaluated, the design team should now have the information it needs to make the decision whether to build the system internally or proceed to create of an RFP for a buy decision. Process for build decision and process for buy decision. Once a decision has been made to build the system, there must be change to the membership of the design team to include more technical members such as data modular, technical architect, and application developer. System design processes, techniques, and deliverable when system is developed in-house. Let's see each processes one by one. Prepare for system design. What technique used in prepare for system design? Interviews, site walkthroughs. What is the outcome? Establish team environment for system design. Now see the next processes. Define technical architecture. What technique used? Interview, document gathering reviews, and role authorization analysis. And what is the outcome? Technical architecture is the outcome of this phase. Define system standard. What technique we use? Interview, brainstorming, policy standard reviews. And what is the outcome? System standards. Create physical database. What technique we use? Formal walkthrough, standard definition language, data administration technique, data normalization, denormalizations. And what is the outcome? Database and system files. Now let's go to next process. Prototype system components. What technique we use? Iterative prototype reviews, presentation, graphical user interface, report development tools. What is the outcome? Prototype and proof of concept result. Produce technical specifications. What we technique use? Function decomposition, expressing logic, pseudocode, structured English, object-oriented logic, operational requirement assessment. And what is the outcome? Technical specifications. Process for buy decision. Now we'll see what's happened when organization go for buy decision. Two options is available: best of breed, single vendor. Okay. Healthcare IT department had to hire integration analyst and purchase interface engine to enable such system to talk to each other in case best of breed option is selected. Okay. System integration and compatibility, software, hardware compatibility, network infrastructure compatibility, data and protocol standardization, system interfacing, single vendor. Today, patient safety and other initiatives seems to have pushed the industry back toward single vendor solution that tightly integrate computerized practitioner order entry, CPOE, pharmacy, and electronic medication administration record. Now we'll see the request for proposal. If the decision is made to buy, then RFP should be created to find an appropriate system on market to meet the specified requirement. Unlike RFI, RFP is seeking a vendor response with intent to purchase one of their products. RFP is typically much lengthier and involved than RFI. Okay, Let's try to understand all this concept through pictures. I have taken this image from following source. Okay. We are in system design phase. Okay. So system analysis phase produce functional specification. Okay. In system design phase, functional specification help to create prototype system component and produce technical specifications. Okay. This prototype system component and technical specification, when we build a system in system development phase, help to build, test and validate system. Okay. Conduct integration and system testing. Okay. Technical specification, it will help in produce user and training materials and produce technical documentation. Okay. Now we'll see the system design consideration. Okay. This is system development life cycle. System initiation, system requirement, system design, system construction, system acceptance and system implementation. Okay. Under system design, it goes through following processes: prepare for system design, define technical architecture, define system standard, create physical database, prototype system component and produce technical specification. Typical consideration: functional requirement impact the business process. Okay. Common function: graphical user interface function, reporting function, interface function, bash function, security functions. Representative requirement to be captured in this phase: error handling, repeatable function, communication utilities, data entry and navigation screens, control and help functions, report selection, filtering and generation routines, system interface, data exchange capabilities, periodic transaction processing functions. Technical requirement impact the system infrastructures. What is technical requirement? Accessibility, encryption, hosting, environment and disaster recovery. Okay. And representative requirement to be captured: system architecture and process distribution strategies, data encryption, decryption functions, application hosting strategies, disaster recovery modules. Optional requirement impact operational requirement impact operation support. Okay. System performance, data archival, audit and control, system administrations, software quality assurance and business continuity. And representative requirement to be captured: transaction processing, reporting architecture, performance optimization strategy, system management and administration capabilities, audit, archival and quality assurance processes. Transitional requirement impact implementation, data conversion, release validation, documentation, training and deployment. And representative requirement to be captured: data extract, cleansing, import and validation utilities, system test strategies, plan and utilities, training documentation strategies, outline, curriculum and prototypes, application development strategies and utilities. Okay. Now let's explore business process management. Represent a method to understand an organization process and then apply this understanding to design a system. Okay. The emergence of business process reengineering, BPR, business process management, BPM, or management engineering process improvement. MEPI in healthcare offer a new approach to system design. BPR has matured to extent that there are industry standard for process modeling called business process model notation BPMN, and even for transferring models from one vendor to another called XML process definition language XPDL. List of the roles in system design phase: project manager, project sponsor, facilitator, business analyst, data process modeler, technical lead architect, application developer, software quality assurance analyst, technical service, hardware, software, LAN, WAN, and telecom, information security officer, ISO, technical support, help desk, documentation and trainer, customer decision maker, customer representative, performing organization management, and stakeholders. Data management practice. Describe method by which system data is accessed, secure, retained, and exchanged and stored. Should be conform to internal policies, should be flexible and adaptive over time, vendor neutral archive, content management system, disaster recovery options. For more information, please view DAMA-DMBOK functional framework. Please visit this link. Link is also available in video description sections. Okay, that brings us to end of my presentation. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found it helpful in preparation for CPHIMS exam.